Excellent. Good evening, everybody. My name is Miss Brick Kitten. I'm Lego builder with Denlug in Denver, Colorado. And I've gotten an email today, and I figured, hey, I've never covered these topics before, so maybe it's a good idea if I could cover them. Basically, I have been asked in an email, how long have I been building? Um, why do I love building? Isn't that self-explanatory? The craziest thing I've ever built, and what is Denlug and what do we do? So I have been building since I was a small child. I was building way back in the 1980s. Many of the people that I know haven't even been born when I started building. And my first Lego set was set 6634. It was the Shell Stock Car Racer, and this was released back in 1986. So this had all of 47 pieces, and I believe I paid about $5 for it. And it was $5 that I earned myself through throwing a weekly circular around my neighborhood. So it was bought with my own money. All of my Lego was always bought with my own money. It was just, I don't know why, but my parents, I don't know, they just never wanted to buy me Lego. And maybe they hated stepping on them. That's probably the best suggestion there. Okay, so that was my first Lego set, 1986. Bought it with my own money, played the heck out of it. I remember being in junior high, and when I was in junior high, one of the neighbor kids had his collection of Legos, and he was just bored with them. And what I did was I bought them off of him. It was $15, again, paid for by paper out money. And my parents had to approve the purchase. The kid brought over this large trunk-sized suitcase of Legos, and it was stuffed to the brim with Lego. I mean, just full. And my mom popped it open, and she's humming and hawing, and it's like, Dad, like, why do you want that kind of stuff? And my mom finally gave me permission to spend my own money on Lego, something that I've enjoyed for the rest of my life. So, on to the next question. What do I find? One of my favorite builds, something that's crazy. I love building robotics. I use the, I have used the, I have not used the Mindstorm sets yet. I have some of them over here. I have a bricked NXT controller brick, but the bricked NXT controller bit, I'm gonna have to open this sucker up, see if I can fix the ribbon cable that causes the LCD screen to short out. And what I have built with is I've built with the Lego Power Function sets using the IR controllers in their little radios. But I find that the IR lacks. So what I have gotten around to doing is I've been integrating standard radio control hobby components into my builds. So my favorite build right now, that is probably one of my craziest builds as well, would have to be my robotic friend right over here. I call him Stabby the Space Robot, and I use a standard aircraft radio control system, and he has multiple functions. Of course, what good's a robot if he can't move around, right? And the next thing is did him in a circle. There goes the date. We all know that it is 122 in the January. Can sneak up on you, turn left and right on his heads, and he will look down, look up, and maybe if he's a little bit curious about you, he might raise his eyebrows and blink at you. But this was built, all of the major components are all Lego. The next components are radio control. He has a control blocks on the back, which houses the radio control receiver and the speed controllers that makes the motor move. All of the motors move when they receive the signal from the transmitter. But this is one of my favorite builds. I have taken him to many of the Denlug shows, and it is just a blast to see children interact with this robot. I also have cameras that are not currently attached, but usually there's cameras attached to him. I can sit behind a table and put on some VR goggles, control this guy from behind a table, and all the kids, they don't even know who's controlling it. They're looking around. They're like, who's controlling it? Who's controlling it? And they don't see me. And then I pop up from behind a table, and the kids are like, ah, she's doing it. It's great fun. It's awesome fun. But I build robots, and I have been integrating standard radio control components with Lego to get more functionality out of them. Craziest thing to date. I'm building a bunch of small little robots as well that are all 100% Lego based. And what I do is I take them to the Lego shows that Denlug puts on. And when I put it in, I hand the kids a simple 2-channel controller. They're the IR system. And the kids can race around little robots on the thing. I believe I have a video or two posted in my channel. If not, I'll remedy that soon. There's the batteries going dead on the charger. Anyhow, I'll turn that off. And he goes to a default mode. Let's turn it on. Goes back into his good mode. We'll unplug his battery. There we go. And now I'll turn off the controller so he doesn't go into the strange mode of going, who? Alright. And let's see. As for the other questions, what does Denlug do? Denlug is the local Denver Lego users group. If you do not know what a Lego users group from and you're an AFOL, an adult fan of Lego, I highly recommend you check in your area. Oftentimes they organize events, they go get together and do shows, they have meetings, they show their love for the Lego, the product, the building, all of that. Why do I love Lego? I love Lego because of its creativity, its imagination, its ability to build whatever finds your mind. You go through and you explore, you rustle through a bin of bricks, you find just that one piece you were looking for, you put it into your build, and it's awesome. Everything is awesome. Anyhow, what happens is we get contacted by local groups, maybe a show, a family fun event, or a hobby expo, or we've even done the Castle Rock Car Show where we took a lot of automotive themed Lego builds down. We did a Main Street with a Lego version of the Castle Rock Car Show, and that was a great build as well. I'm sure I should probably hit some. Excuse me. I should probably hit some pictures up in this video, or maybe make some more pictures in it. Anyhow, slideshow would be nice, wouldn't it? Our main interaction is looking at the children, but we also love adults. As an adult, it is an adult or focused group, so it's for the adult fans of Legos. There are what we call the CFALs, which is your child fan of Legos, which almost every child is. TFALs, teen fans of Lego, and so on. Denlug is an adult fan of Lego group, so everyone over 18 comes, joins the fun. We have monthly meetings where we get together. We have challenge builds where we build a different type of project each month. This month for January, we're building a parade float, 16 studs wide. I have not started mine yet, and that's a bad thing. And we run the events. I've been with Denlug for a little over a year now. I started in November of 2017 at the Hobby Expo, the Rocky Mountain Hobby Expo. And then in 2018, I actually ran that show. That was my first solo show that I ran. My personal love of Lego comes from building the robots, building the technology, trying to get children and even adults into seeing more than just a toy, but seeing the imagination, the creativity that you can create, the ideas of science and technology, engineering, the mathematics, the artistry that goes into these builds that we create. It's great to find a set, and I love to build a set. Most of the on my robot friend over here, I learned how to make the tracks by buying a set, looking how the master builders at Lego, how they put together the tracks for one of their sets, and I took inspiration from that and built it into my own creation. A mock, so you know. Anyhow, I think that's pretty much answers the question. Let me look back at this email real quick and see. All right, how long have I been building? Since 1986. Why you love it? Because Lego is amazing. It sparks imagination, creativity. You can teach science and technology through it. The craziest thing I've ever built is my friend, the robots that I chase children around with at shows, and Denlug Group. You've heard about Denlug. If you're in the metro area, please go to denlug.net and sign up. Start the registration process. We'd be happy to have more builders. So, that's all for today. Thank you very much. Happy building. Life's too short to be boring. Have fun. Thank you.